September 28, 2022 marked a day that was supposed to be filled with adventure and excitement, but instead it turned into a heartbreaking disaster for two rock climbers on Tahquitz Rock in the San Jacinto Mountains. Chelsea Walsh and Gavin Escobar, faced with thunderstorms and extreme weather conditions, experienced a fate that would change their lives forever. Taquitz Rock, a challenging granite rock formation nestled in the San Jacinto mountain range in Southern California, became the setting of this tragic event. Towering at an elevation of 2,696 meters, Taquitz Rock is renowned for its steep walls, limited handholds, and treacherous slopes. The rock offers various routes and climbs, each presenting its own level of difficulty. The route chosen by Chelsea and Gavin ranged from intermediate to difficult, with a difficulty rating ranging from 5.8 to 5.1. Weather conditions on Taquitz Rock are known also to be unpredictable, with sudden changes from sunny and clear skies to thunderstorms and extreme conditions. These fluctuations can make climbing even more challenging, particularly if the weather takes a turn for the worse while climbers are scaling the rock face, which will cause it to become slippery and hazardous. Climbers must always be prepared for the possibility of sudden weather changes. Unfortunately, Chelsea and Gavin encountered these extreme weather conditions during their climb on September 28 last year. As avid mountaineers, they embarked on numerous expeditions together. Chelsea, an experienced rock climber and filmmaker, worked for the non-profit organization Road Trip Nation and recently gained recognition for her documentary Light, which shed light on the stories of climbers overcoming eating disorders. Gavin, on the other hand, had a successful career as a former National Football League player, having played for teams such as the Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, and Miami Dolphins. After retiring in 2018, he pursued a career as a firefighter in Long Beach, California. On the day of the accident, while Chelsea and Gavin made their way to the base of the rock, they encountered a group of 4 climbers just below Lunch Rock. They exchanged pleasantries and mentioned their plan to climb Dave's Deviation, a challenging 3-pitch 5.9 route first conquered by Tom Frost and Royal Robbins in 1960. The weather appeared favorable at that time, with only a few white clouds dotting the sky. Determined to make a successful ascent, Chelsea and Gavin commenced their climb, catching the eyes of fellow climbers as they reached the pine tree ledge with a pipe just above it. They were also spotted starting on the second slope of Dave's Deviation. Little did anyone know that this would be the last sighting of Chelsea and Gavin. As the day progressed, the weather took a sudden turn. Between 11:42 and 11:43 a.m., photographs taken by the climbers showed dark clouds looming in the distance, accompanied by rain. Shortly after, a light rain began to fall. The climbers on the Super Pooper route started discussing alternative options, realizing that a storm was approaching. At 12:03 p.m., the first rope team of 2 climbers decided to take shelter under a rock near the top of the trough, as they heard the voices of another nearby climbing group engaged in conversation and laughter. Suddenly, the weather transformed into a severe thunderstorm, accompanied by heavy rain and hail. The speed at which the weather worsened left all the climbers astounded. Rain cascaded down the rock faces, soaking all climbing equipment in its wake. The second rope team, consisting of 4 climbers who had completed the left ski track, quickly joined the first team and sought shelter from the unforgiving storm. Between 12:03 and 12:15, climbers on the Super Pooper route made the difficult decision to abort their climb and begin their descent. It was at this moment that they heard a loud noise emanating from their right. As they turned their gaze, they witnessed a horrifying sight, a cascade of climbers and rocks tumbling down. Simultaneously, the climbers who had taken shelter at the top of the trough also heard the fall. The sound was deafening and it shook everyone to their core. Despite the thunderous roars still echoing in the air, the rain did subside and the hailstorm came to an end. However, a gentle breeze continued to whisper across the mountainside. The Riverside Mountain Rescue Unit report states that 2 groups of climbers witnessed the accident. The first group, consisting of 2 climbers, departed from the Super Pooper route, while the second group, comprising 4 climbers who had completed the left ski track, sought shelter near the top of the trough. At 12:17, the climbers on the Super Pooper route were the first to contact emergency services, dialing 911. Multiple fire engines from the Riverside County Fire Department and Sheriff's Star 9 helicopter crew were dispatched for a search and rescue mission. The rescue team braved a challenging path and arrived at the location where the casualties were last seen at 1:20. Tragically, Gavin and Chelsea were found at the base of the gully below the trough, nestled among the trees on Tahquitz Rock. Upon reaching the scene, it was evident that both Gavin and Chelsea had lost their lives. The sheriff's deputies took charge of the investigation, meticulously examining the surroundings and the climbers' equipment. At the time of the accident, both climbers were properly equipped with safety gear, including helmets, harnesses, and climbing shoes. They carried a similar number of cams and quick draws attached to their harnesses. Gavin had a partial set of nuts, while Chelsea had cracked gloves. Additionally, Chelsea had her personal anchor system securely fastened to her harness, with a locked screw gate at one end and an unlocked screw gate attached to a TC, along with an unlocked screw gate connected to a hollow block. Gavin, on the other hand, had used an unlocked carabiner to tie the loop of gear to his harness, utilizing a belay loop. The rope showed signs of wear near the TC, but no breaks were observed. The scene was distressing, with scattered climbing equipment. Witnesses reported a large rock falling, causing damage to the area. Damaged rock plates were also found. Based on evidence and witness accounts, Chelsea and Gavin likely climbed Dave's deviation and were heading to the Upper Royals Arch. They sought shelter near a pine tree due to the worsening weather. When they reached the tree, they discovered the girth was wet, making it difficult to assess. They likely used personal anchoring systems to secure themselves. Despite the challenging terrain, the climbers tried to stabilize themselves by weighing down the tree. They secured their rope with stop knots and wire gates. Unfortunately, the rope snapped shortly after they began their descent, causing both climbers to fall. Although it's unclear if the falling rock directly caused the accident, it likely dislodged during their descent. The news of the tragic incident spread quickly, leading to an outpouring of condolences. Chelsea Walsh, a renowned filmmaker and humanitarian, was admired for her dedication to important causes. Gavin Escobar, the former NFL player and firefighter, received tributes from his teammates and friends. Both climbers will forever be remembered for their compassion, bravery, and their adventurous spirit. A sad day. If you like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and make sure to hit the bell icon so that you will always get the very latest from us.